What's up, everybody? This is Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, and you are watching Ranger Wrap Up. Uysa!
Welcome. It is Saturday. I wish I could do it in that, Demolition Derby voice. It'd be like, Saturday, but I can't. It's Saturday, your favorite Power Rangers live stream on YouTube. We are back again. It is the Ranger Wrap-Up, and today is the whole crew's here. We got Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel?
Yeah, I'm here, baby.
Hit us with the intro, man. Hit us with the intro, bro.
All right, I guess. Holla at your boy. It's me. That's right, the BSG. You know the name. You love the face. Let's make sure that we are happy here in this one place. Like Jezzer says, we're always happy to be here with you guys. And, of course, that means the next person here, roll call, Joe.
Welcome, Ranger Nation. It is great to be back on this Saturday afternoon. Let us know where you're streaming from. We are happy to be here. There's a lot to get through today, and we are excited to talk about it. But again, thank you guys for joining us on your Saturday afternoon, because you could be anywhere in the world. But Jezzer, what's your line?
You could be anywhere else in the world today, but you're here with us. And Daniel?
We appreciate it.
Oh, yes, we do. We really, truly do. So thank you.
We'll work on. We are back, guys. Jezzer was just telling me off camera about his junket experience yesterday. It went a little long, and look, this is a show about Power Rangers, but it's also a show about us, and we're gonna have a lot of fun here. But I want Jezzer to tell that story a little bit.
Yeah, it was a junket for this show, which is called Resident Alien, which is an Alan Tudyk show on Sci-Fi, which I got to watch
I'm so jealous.
a few of I think I almost watched the whole season, and it's amazing. I can't really talk about it much right now, but when it comes out, you guys, I think it's really up to par with what our audience likes, and I think that you'll really enjoy it. It's just it's sad that it's on Sci-Fi, because they have a tendency, like Fox, to not let shows run its course and just cancel it right away. Like Deadly Class.
That's very true.
Deadly Class, and they cancel the shit out of it. Man, but how was your guys' week?
And that's
pretty good, man. I think everybody's gonna know how our yesterday went in just a little bit here.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, I want to thank all you guys for joining us in the chat. I already see Thomas Franco. We got Itchy5, Daniel Diaz. Daniel Diaz hooked it up. He got me a Dino Thunder red figure, so I still got to get that from you. We'll do that exchange. Jared Hodges is in the room. Edward Sanchez, loyal fan. Mikey Perez, we love having you here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Daniel's team has a chance. Look, last year, guys, we all know my team made the Super Bowl. We didn't fare so well against Larry Newbill's team, the Kansas City Chiefs. But now this year, Daniel has a Super Bowl fighting chance. And Nate, who's on our wrestling show on Sundays, they're both Green Bay Packer fans. So if you're a Packers fan, turn out tomorrow. It's possible they could be going to the Super Bowl.
Wait, Daniel, how did you become a Green Bay Packers fan?
Oh, so I didn't know much about football. I know the rules. I know how to play it, but I didn't care about anything. But I remember playing John Madden, and the best defensive team was Green Bay for I don't know how many years in a row. And that always helped me as far as making sure that I didn't lose too bad or possibly sometimes win. So I just became a Green Bay fan. The rest is the love of the game, baby.
That is awesome. I don't have a team right now.
So, guys, I kind of want to just kick this off and get into it. We had some big news, and that's where most of you guys tuned in for. And that actually ties right into our bet, which we'll get to in just a second. But as are almost on cue last week, you called it. Power Morphicon officially is postponed until 2022, August of 2022. The date at which we predicted was probably going to end up at anyway. Let's break this down. Let's talk about it. There's been a little outcry from some of the fan base saying that 2022 was already planned. This is essentially just getting canceled and turning into a digital event.
Let's change the word postponed to canceled. It's legit canceled, and transitioning into a digital convention. But yeah, 2020 Power Morphicon was canceled. it was postponed, then it's canceled. When they put postponed on all these things, like no, it's moving over to the next actual year that it's supposed to go. So just cancel it. Just I don't know.
That's not no, it's not postponed. It's definitely canceled. You can't say postponed and then say, all right, now we'll just have it next year. Well, that's not postponed. You have it canceled. It's done.
Yeah.
No definitions. Words are important.
So here's the question at this point now. I mean, Power Morphicon, normally when we lived in a normal climate, was always known for bringing us the previous cast along with the new cast. Now it seems we completely have skipped that tradition with the last season, Dino Fury being announced online. Well, technically broken here at the Illuminerdi first, but announced online. Now we have Dino Fury seems like it's going to be ending around 2022. Do you think then we get, I mean, obviously we have our, what we've said in the past about not having another season after this, at least not another Japanese adaptation after this. What do you think the big plan is? Do you think we get some big franchise news in 2022? Or am I speculating too far ahead?
Okay, I'm gonna hit you guys with it. Power Morphicon 2022, when the announcement that they have like the cast of whatever the new season is, it's gonna be a special panel, and it's gonna be this panel. Since I feel like I'm on a roll already, let's keep going with this lucky streak. It's gonna be a special panel hosted by probably Austin St. John, someone directly connected to the Power Ranger nostalgic universe, and they're gonna be having a panel. It's like, oh, this is the new cast for next season's show, and then what they're gonna bring out is they're gonna bring out all the original OG MMPR cast sitting down, and everyone's gonna be like, what, and it's gonna be an animated show.
Interesting. Now that's a bold move from Jezzer, and right now you have been on fire with some of these guesses. It's pretty crazy that how good you've been with that. Daniel, moving PMC to being virtual this year, what can we expect from it, and what do you expect from it, from being this is touted as the biggest Power Ranger convention in the world. So what do you expect from a virtual side of that going in 2021?
Well, I automatically love what Jezzer said. I've been championing pretty much an animated series forever. But like Geek Level Asian was saying in an interview with Jezzer, I think if they do an animated show, it's going to be something on the side. It's not going to be the primary show. Primary show will still be live action, kind of giving that homage to Sentai and things like that. But I would love if this is the plan, if they are finally going to reveal an animated series. And it would just make sense. And if it was an animated series kind of helmed by the writers of Boom Comics right now. But the way Boom Comics is kind of with their contract and everything, I don't know where that's going to go. But Hasbro has lately been very quiet about a lot of stuff. And we know that usually when they get quiet, they're working on something and they can't wait to really just premiere it. They're holding on to it. So hopefully that is what's happening. Something as far as a change within the television world before they really jump into that foray of, the connected cinematic universe or whatever they're doing. So yeah, that's what I expect.
In my opinion, and I'm going to take a playbook a little bit out of from the both of you guys, but I think that they're going to bring out the Dino Fury cast, do their own thing. And I think the new cast announcement is actually going to be our new movie cast. And I think we're going to get our first bits and teases from that, because we know that that's currently being worked on right now, at least in the infancy of the scripting phase. And we've even had some of the story beats when Jonathan Entwistle first got involved with this. So we know that that's being primed. Currently, right now, it's in active development. By the time we get to 2022, we could be in pre-production. So this is definitely a possibility that we might even know the cast at this time, but they could be making an appearance specifically for this event. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. At least that's my opinion. Obviously, we don't have any concrete information on this. None of the three of us do at this point.
Yet.
But this is all personal speculation. Yes, not yet. None. So I want to talk about the digital convention, though. I want to talk about what is coming up in 2021. What are you guys excited about to see from this digital landscape of Power Morphicon dipping its toes in its first foray into this atmosphere?
I'm going to be brutally honest.
Here we go.
We already did it. I'm just being honest. Us as fans already did it. That's what us as fans and influencers came together and we made the viewing globe. We've already done it. Then after that, here comes Hasbro doing its thing. And sure, it was cool, but it didn't hit the same level as what we already provided as a collective, as fans, as a group. And now I'm looking at PMC and I'm like, sure, they're going to do some stuff and they're going to get a lot of help from Hasbro. So it will make it where it's like, okay, some of the exclusive information they have will be cool, exclusive information. But will it have that feeling of what we experienced at the viewing globe? That's the real question for me.
I think there's a little bit, and I think there's a little bit of look. I think with the viewing globe, it's a lot different. I mean, that was really a fan-driven event for fans, legitimately by the fans, and put on something together for the community, which was a super cool idea that Heirloom, myself, Eric, and Toku Chris came up with. And I think that in essence was really a fan base, grassroots type of thing. I think PMC has a little bit more pressure on it because it is what is known to be the Power Ranger convention. So you have to assume that they're going to pull out a lot of stops for this. Yeah. The question is, what do you think those stops are going to be? Jezzer, what do you think as a fan can impress all the other fans in order to do this in the digital atmosphere?
Okay, this is going to be mainly from a technical side of it. Let's be real.
Cool.
The past few Power Morphicons that we've had multiple issues logistically with certain things like exclusives, and not to mention just handling the ticketing thing and letting people into the con. Was it last year or the last Power Morphicon that we had physically? There was people lined up like just jam-packed in that little waiting room above the entrance to Power Morphicon. Do you guys remember that? They were just jam-packed and things were just out of control, and there's way too many people and not enough staff to control it. So if a convention, I mean, and to be fair, it is hard to do. Conventions are hard to throw. I'm not saying that it's easy, but if a convention has a hard time doing that process of physical convention and letting people in and like just figuring out a ticketing system that works, it's going to be hard for me to be very optimistic about them developing the infrastructure and the system for an online convention and figuring that out. I mean, many shows, bigger shows with a lot more backing, have tried and failed at it. I mean, one thing that comes to mind is Anime Expo. That was a big failure on their end when they tried to do a digital con, I think.
Oh, well, let's talk about that because I didn't know about this. Tell me how this broke down.
It was to the point where it was. They had more time. They had more time than Power Morphicon has right now. So right now we are at the end of January, and they're saying that they're going to have it in June. That's 5 months. 5 months of prep time to develop this. Unless they knew ahead of time before making that announcement that they've been developing an infrastructure, I don't think it's quite going to work. The way that I see it happening is Scott and the Power Morphicon team is going to enlist someone like Nerdbot, who tried to do a online convention as well, and whilst it seemed okay, it had a lot of flaws. There's a lot of work into just doing a digital convention, a live digital convention, and to that magnitude, having all these people. I don't want to be pessimistic, but I really don't think that they have the capability to do it. I don't think that they have the resources. I don't think that they have digital conventions have been going on during pandemic for a while, and all it boils down to is just separated meet and greets. Who does it? Pop does it over in New York. All these Midwestern ones, they do it in New York, but it's all done through a private contractor, and the private contractor is the one that handles it. And it's all just overpriced meet and greets, and that's all it's going to turn out to be. So I think that the convention is going to turn out to be just these meet and greets where the person, whoever they contract out, it's going to be like a line, and the celebrity is going to be in charge of their line, and they're going to give each person like 2 or 3 minutes, and it's going to cost about $100 for 2 or 3 minutes or whatever. That's the norm. That's the norm for these type of meet and greets, and I think that's how it's going to run. This is with a well-established convention, so I can't even imagine what it'd be like for a convention like Power Morphicon.
Well, honestly, for myself, now thinking about it, if they are able to employ like a third party, a mercenary, somebody that's coming in to just knock it down and get it out, that's a good idea as far as like probably using Nerdbot. They've already had an experience doing so. So the things that they've learned from it will be the things that they'll improve on. Now, Scott has been able to see a few of the digital conventions and things of that nature. Maybe he's already taken notes, seen some things, and he'll have some ideas of how he wants it to go. My answer is go for panels, man. Go for panels. Get guests. Make sure that make sure you're getting good guests. You know, work with Hasbro. They have a connection with you. So reach out, tell them things that you need and things that you want, and hopefully they'll work with you. Make it so that it's an experience that people have always wanted to go to. And like, once again, with panels timed out, they'll actually have time to go to or see every panel. You can make this work. This can be a dream digital convention, but he has to reach out to the right people. He has to have the right team. He has to listen to people that have ideas that can make it better. That's my suggestion.
Jezer, you obviously predicted that the Power Morphicon this year in June, we both kind of called it, that it was going to get postponed. And here we are. Daniel took the other side of that bet, and he was a challenge. I mean, Daniel and Jezer, would you guys like to explain what this challenge is all about and how the fans can get involved? Because we do have that super chat.
I think Daniel does explain it pretty well in the video that we're going to show you. But yes, last week we I did predict that it was going to be canceled, and I was I think I said 90% sure that it was not going to happen this year. It was not going to happen. So then, out of nowhere, that you were talking about Jaybirds and their hottest sandwich, Reaper sandwich that they had, and you know, things came to a thing. We built the whole challenge around it, and then I said if I won, then I'd eat the sandwich, or if I lost, I'd eat the sandwich, and then
I think Daniel's already sweating from the PTSD sandwich. Already can see
Look, I've been going through like just waves of heat and then waves of cold. That's why I started with the jacket on. I was shivering. Now I'm already hot. Soon I'm gonna have to go to the restroom. Yeah. It's something. It was, oh God.
So
not the best.
Do we want to just transition right into the video?
Yeah, I think we will. And then after that, I have some Dino Fury stuff I want to talk about.
So you guys enjoy this. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's me, Daniel Jerome, aka Battlestar Galactica. And well, I'm here because I'm not a welcher. Jezer and I had a gentleman's wager, and it was pretty much that PMC was not going to get canceled. I said, no, it's not going to get canceled. June is a perfect time for it. Jezer said, you're wrong, you're stupid. It's definitely going to get canceled. So, Joe, being the addicted gambler that he is, pretty much said that we should have a gentleman's wager, and if I lose, I have to partake of the Reaper. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about Jaybirds. It's not completely local. It's a great place. And they have what people are saying right now is the locally hottest chicken you can order. And they're nice enough to put it in a sandwich. So we're going to take advantage of it, and I'm going to eat some. I think right now what I really need is a plate. And there we are. Look at that. A snap, I get things done. So, Jaybirds is supposed to be ridiculously hot. Now, the thing about Jaybirds is what they do, they fry their chicken and they cover it in more of a rub than just a sauce. And that's what makes it great. I happen to have the pleasure or honor of taking advantage of the Reaper. All right, here we are with Jaybird's sandwich. Now, this is the thing about Jaybird. Everyone's been talking a lot of stuff. Oh, it's the hottest sandwich. Oh, you're not going to be able to eat solid foods. Whatever they're saying. I'm not really worried about that. I mean, you know, ooh, you have a hot sandwich. I'm not afraid of you. I'm really not. And I think that really this whole thing about like, it's the Reaper, oh, it's dangerous, they have multiple levels of heat, you're getting the hottest. I really don't care. I mean, truth of the matter is, Jezzer, you got a challenge. I happen to lose, and I have to do that, this, blah, blah. Jaybirds, oh, it's the hottest thing ever. I got your hot. I got your hot right here. I will finish this sandwich. I'm not afraid of it. Oh my gosh, oh, it's spicy. Look, I get it. You guys really don't even know what flavor is, so you eat it and all of a sudden anything is spicy. Ketchup is spicy to some people. Look, I am not worried about this, all right? I've had the hot ramen challenge. I've had the hot one chip. I've survived both of those. So it's not like I'm not gonna be able to survive this. Big deal, big deal. You know what? I wanted to have sides, and I think I'm probably, I'll take care of those, but smells good. I don't smell any spice. Not really that worried. All right. Go ahead.
All right, and rolling.
It smells good. It doesn't smell spicy. You know, I'm not worried about it. This isn't my personal doom. You know, I'm not a spice runner for Star Wars, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't got any spice coming out of this. Is that brioche? I mean, it's brioche and coleslaw. I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna say if it is hot, because everyone's smiling and waiting for me to bite it, which clearly means it's hot. I hate you, Jezzer. So because it is this hot, everyone says, there's no way I am not gonna whore myself out. I'm not doing this for free. I'm not. First bite is free. Anything else, I'm only doing it for super chats. That means you guys send in a super chat, I take another bite. And also with the bites, let's make it fun. You guys get to ask Joe or Jezzer any question you want, and they have to answer it. They have to answer it. But that only comes with a super chat. So you super chat, you ask your question, and I take another bite. That's how it's gonna work. So I'm ready for my first bite. This is gonna happen right now. My daughter, I love you. Let's do this. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, no. It's not like. I mean, I can bite another one. I can have another one. It's not. I mean, they say it's like spicy, but it's not. I can't feel my lips. Super chat. All right.
Whoa,
geez.
man, Daniel.
All right. Daniel obviously made a benefit here. So if anybody does super chat and you got a question for Jezzer or myself, we have to answer it. But you also get more video of Daniel's pain with that. Now, I want to talk about this Reaper sandwich because we were talking about this last week. Jaybirds has a great hot chicken sandwich. Now, if you're in LA, I'm sure you've heard of Dave's Hot Chicken, but Jaybirds is right there with it. And we've been at this place 3 times now. Now, I'm not going to lie. I went the very first time with Stephanie. A lot of you guys know who Stephanie is, my girlfriend. We went the first time. We both tried it, and we both almost threw up. Second time I went with Josh. Josh is known, both you guys know this, Josh is known for his level of spiciness. The guy makes his own, dehydrates his own chili peppers. Mind you.
What a freaking weirdo.
He is a weirdo.
It's Josh.
Later on Star Trek with me at 2:45 going over the Riker maneuver. But anyway, he knows his spiciness. Josh took 2 bites of the sandwich, and that was it. Daniel's challenge was to eat the full sandwich. So if you want to relive that pain, hit us with that super chat. But guys, I want to switch gears for a second, and I want to talk about Power Rangers Dino Fury. Now, a lot of rumor and speculation going on right now about the character. I believe it's Zaito, played by Russell Curry. Now, we know that he's an alien with that name. Now, people are starting to connect that. What if he is the alien from Eltar that actually knew Zordon, tying this all together from our very first season?
I would love that. But so that means, are we also going to establish that people from Eltar, just like in the comic, are able to put some type of perception filter and look human?
I mean, possible, and this could tie into that Boom Studios thing, what they're doing with Skull's girlfriend Candace, I believe.
That's right. So that would be cool. I would love that. And once again, it would show that the show is pulling from, Boom, letting us know that, hey, Boom is still important. And it's something that's being watched. So hopefully collaboration happens, which wouldn't be bad.
Hopefully
cool.
Collaboration does happen. You know what's interesting, Jezra? I don't think we even have the Super Chat feature on today.
Is it not on today? Did they say it's not on?
I mean, I don't even see it on my, usually I get the...
There it is. There it is.
Right now.
Oh, there it is. That was on cue. That was on cue. All right, Jezra, this question is for you. So think about it. You'll answer it when we get back. But Jezra, make an argument that Michael Bay's TMNT was the superior version. Now, think about that in your head, Jezra. Let's now go to the video of Daniel taking that second bite.
Here you go.
Thank you for that super chat. And because you gave me that super chat, definitely taking another bite. But before I do, just want to, enjoy some sides. Really quick. Prep my mouth for it. Bite number 2. Okay. Hotter than the last one. Look forward to bite number 3.
I want you to walk me through. Sorry, we'll get to you in a second. Jezra, what's your answer to DDT cosplay for that super
DDT cosplay. You're making me do this. Okay, let us break it down. Now, yes, that's a fail on my end. The original movie is a masterpiece. It's a great movie. But if you really break it down and look at it, I know this is a Power Ranger show. If you look at it in the first movie, what was the main plot? Why was Shredder such a bad guy? And all it was petty crime. All it was just thieves. That's it. It was just thieves. They're just handling handling a organized pickpocket group of people. That was the main thing. Like if they
did Jezra just get tongue tied with pickpocket people?
Pickpocket people.
Hey, dude, that's
no,
hard.
but listen. So like really, if the Ninja Turtles didn't get involved, then they would have just gone on, and eventually the crime would have subsided. But the Ninja Turtles kind of like stuck their heads in it and got shit all crazy. The second movie plays a lot like the second movie of the Michael Bay movie, where they're discovering their origins and the origins of the ooze, and still just going back to a feud that they had with the Shredder from the first movie. So the Michael Bay movies is about like evil corporations and the exploitation of vaccines and diseases through like, oh, we'll make this disease, but we'll also make so much money by making this vaccine to cure the disease. And so the Ninja Turtles had to stop that. Literally, Toku Chris is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I
Ninja
know.
Turtles?
I'm looking at Toku Chris. Toku Chris is like, he just tuned in. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking
But
about?
look,
Ninja Turtles?
I'm gonna
for?
finish it off. So
When does this
all
go
I'm
in?
saying is, the Michael Bay TMNT had plot wise had a little bit more substance, while the other ones, looking back at it, the plot and the reason for them getting involved with the Foot and the Shredder didn't make any sense. But yeah, there you go, DDT. It took everything in me to make Michael Bay the superior TMNT movie creator.
Simple way to say it is, for me, it feels like you asked Chris Nolan to show up with an IMAX camera and record Ninja Turtles, because that's how great it was to me. That's my answer. That's why it's superior. It looks good.
A+ more phenomenal. Look, he made me do it. DDT made me do it. It's hard. That's really
It was
hard
a
for me to
super
do.
chat, man.
Yeah, he made me do it.
We're slaves. We're slaves to the super chat. People asking stuff, we gotta do it, man.
Okay.
So, getting us back on track, Daniel, progressively, how much hotter did that sandwich get? And when you took that first bite, what was your?
Okay.
I mean, this ain't
First
hot.
bite. Yeah, no, right. First bite, it was like, oh, yo, okay, all right, I'm getting the flavor. This is good. This is great. I can deal with this. But then a few seconds after, it was like, oh, did you forget there's heat involved? And my lips just started to burn. And then the inside of my mouth just started to get, like, just hot. First it started at the tip of the tongue and then just went down right to the back. And I was just like, and I could feel it and you could see it, where I'm just literally, perspiration is just starting to pop up and beads of sweat. And I was just like, I think I shouldn't have done this at all. And literally the phrase that kept going through my head was, I hate Jezer. And it just kept going through my head.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see more of it, and you also get a chance to ask a question to either Joe or me, whoever's going to do it, ask Joe a question. I think you'll get juicier answers.
I don't know about that. I do want to go back and we're going to talk more about the franchise and Power Rangers. Now, an interesting development. A long time was spent last week talking about where Power Rangers could land. Now, there was a great argument made for YouTube, but now Paramount Plus is coming in March. Paramount is also, they have Nickelodeon under their banner, and a few other franchises. Do you think Power Rangers ends up on Paramount Plus?
I didn't even think about putting that together. I forgot that, they are owned by, that may be exactly where it goes. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. It's on your own little streaming service. Why not?
Well, I mean, this would cost something. Everybody that is CBS All Access is turning into Paramount Plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paramount having their own thing. So, you know what I mean? Look, it's hilarious. We got the lovely couple, David and Brittany, are in the chat. It was really Brittany's question to Jezer, but there you go.
I always get confused because I always lump them together because of their Instagram. But sorry, David.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, that it's a possibility to end up there. We talked about this in depth last week, but we do want to take some fan questions. Just give us some questions. I mean, this chat, we can all have a little bit of a discussion here. So there you go. We got Thea Games already with the chat. He says Nick and Viacom doesn't care about Power Rangers that much to put a show on Paramount Plus service.
Ooh.
I mean, there's an argument to be made that's definitely true. And Daniel and I, believe it or not, had a really in-depth conversation here at Stephanie and I's place last night about the advantages of going to YouTube and the disadvantages of going anywhere else, or disadvantages of being on YouTube. It really ends up. It really just depends on the way that the economics split down for every season. That's not Mighty Morphin, Ninja Steel, and Beast Morphers.
Yeah.
Now, you made a great point with it, Joe, when you said, well, let's be honest. When it comes to the series or like every season or everything like that, what are the cash cows? What are the ones that are making the money? The ones that are staying on Netflix, which is Mighty Morphin.
I think that the only reason that that Ninja Steel and Beast Morphers are there is contractual obligation, mainly because they have X amount of time that they probably have to appear on that platform. But Mighty Morphin, it seems like either they made a long-term deal for that, or that's one that Netflix just wanted to keep and paid out enough for the licensing in order to have it on Netflix. I mean, in all honesty, that's the gateway Power Ranger show that most people, even kids nowadays, would kind of get into, because it's what, I mean, let's be honest, it's what's synonymous with the brand. So I can understand that could be the lure there. Now, what's interesting though is for all the hardcore fans that are watching this show and the shows like it, what do you do from the Alien Rangers all the way to what was before that, Dino Charge?
Yeah.
For that grouping of series, and where does that end up? And I think there's a better argument to be made that YouTube could be a better home for it, because it can keep getting that view count. And not only can you stream it to the Power Ranger YouTube channel, but you can also stream it to the Hasbro YouTube channel, which also gets a ton of viewers. And they're already doing that with their older franchises like the old school G.I. Joe and Generation 1.
Joe.
So it's all there.
That's right.
That is true. That is true.
It's kind of in.
There was a conversation that I had with some Ranger fans where they're still in disbelief of what's going to happen after Dino Fury, and from the forgive me if I misheard this or misread this from the interviews with Entwistle. They're looking at a reboot, right? They're looking at rebooting the whole franchise and starting fresh with a combined TV and movie universe, right? So technically, they're not going to be hindered or tied down to the continuity that has been created by Bandai, and Nickelodeon and Disney when it moved through. So they're going to be doing a reboot, like a whole reboot of the whole thing, right? That's where we're going.
It all depends. From everything I understand about the film, though, the movie that's coming out, that movie is going to directly tie into its previous generation of TV shows. Now, if we're talking reboot, I think there was a quote out there saying that the one thing that I forgot who said it, and I forgot where it came from, but I'm going to paraphrase here. It was something along the lines of what Power Rangers did is they created the multiverse now. So now you can tell stories from the different pockets of that universe. Very similar to what DC and Marvel are currently doing in their film franchises. But Jonathan Entwistle can now go in and kind of work on his own tool to reboot Power Rangers in the image he wants, but not really messing with the continuity of all the years that came before it. Because from what I understand in the movie, at least right now, is that movie is going to connect to the television show universe in somehow, some way, shape, or form. So, more on that as we'll get it. I'm sure we'll be breaking that, soon enough. But, that's where it really lies. I think what Jonathan Entwistle is also doing is keeping pretty quiet about what he is working on. So that's the one thing that we don't know. I mean, obviously the franchise, at least gearing up for something new. The franchise is headed towards Dino Fury, and that's where we know we're going next. That's our next destination. But after that, I think it's TBD. We're not sure what's coming up. We do know a movie is coming up. We do know there are other projects in the works. What those projects are and where they end up landing, we don't know yet. And we're going to dive deep just like we do. And we're going to try to get you the best and most accurate information we possibly can. But until then, we don't have any further information than anything we've already reported on. And anything we've already reported on, now we're starting to see it come to fruition. Little by little, we're starting to see the progression get there. So stick along for the ride, Ranger Nation. It's going to be a long one, and we got to gear up for Dino Fury to see what's coming up next. And I think that's something we can all kind of be excited for. A franchise going back to dinosaurs. I know a lot of people wanted Q Ranger, but I'm good with Dino Fury. We're getting another gender swap here, which is something cool that we haven't gotten in a long time. And we got a super chat here from David. He says, will we ever get a Lost Galaxy pink figure with Kendricks and Corone head swap? We're going to answer that question right after Daniel takes another bite.
Thank you for that super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Here I am with bite number 3. So involuntary coughing is happening. That's a real thing. Okay. There are levels to it. Look forward to bite number 4 because I can take it still though.
Hotter, but I'm going to answer David's question in the super chat. By the way, if you want to see Daniel take another bite, just super chat us any amount, and you get to ask Jezer or myself any question you want. But David, do we think we're going to get a Lost Galaxy pink figure with a head swap? I absolutely think so. I almost think we'll get a 2-pack of Lost Galaxy pink and another Corone figure with a different Astronema head scope. Not Astronema. Yeah, we might get the Astronema figure with a different head scope and a Corone figure with her head scope.
Can I say something? I think we're going to get the Kendricks figure, but then we're also gonna get a versus pack with Psycho Pink, the Savage Sword, and Corone's head on the new Lost Galaxy figure, so that they could just reuse a Psycho Pink mold, and they could reuse a Lost Galaxy Pink thing, because we know that they like to recycle a lot of their figures, like this new wave that's coming out where they're recycling Leo, but adding that stupid cannon and making you buy it because he has this stupid cannon. You freaking monsters over at Hasbro.
Of Leo, we have one of our writers in the room, Leo from Morphin Network. Go check out their stuff over at the Morphin Network. And we got another super chat already. JD Parks Gaming Channel, thank you for the super chat. I know you didn't write a question in, so if you have one, we will definitely answer it. But let's hit that video.
Well, how many bites was that so far?
I think that's one. Those 2, probably 3.
3, I think
Okay.
3.
All right, here we go.
Again, thank you for that super chat. Since we got it, we're gonna go ahead and dig in. Bite number 4.
I like that this one, Daniel. I feel like Daniel got to wipe his head off a little bit. It's less shiny in that.
Oh,
but you know what? Already got another super chat, and this one is from Operation Spider. It says, since there's a movie, Talk Mary Mauser, Sam from Cobra Kai, liked Instagram post being fan cast as Pink Ranger. Would be cool if that happens. Now, Jezer can speak to this a little bit because he's very familiar with Cobra Kai, but let's play the next video.
All right. We're going to the 5th and final. Oh, no, it's not the final.
Go for bite number 5. This is bite number 5. Thank you for the super chat. You know what? I mean, it hurts, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So, I'm going to finish this up. Thanks for that super chat.
Whoa. Here's the deal. I don't think this is as hot as you thought it was. Look, I've been a Jaybirds, and I know that this is Jaybirds is really hot. Let me take a bite. I trust you. COVID protocol. It's fine.
It's hot, man. My nose is running. See?
This is the Jaybirds hot.
Yeah, like the hottest one. That's all. I'm telling you. Like,
This is not Reaper hot. This, you cheated, you son of a bitch. This is not Reaper hot.
No, come on, man.
Reaper hot is coming next week. Reaper hot is coming next week. This is not Reaper hot. You finish the sandwich. This is not Reaper hot.
Oh my gosh.
We were grouped. Now, that was not the Reaper, as you could see in that video, and Daniel's going to have to pay for that. Well, here's the thing. The first time I've had it, I had hot. Second time I had it, me and Josh couldn't even touch it. Third time, Daniel got off easy, and I feel like at this point now, this Reaper hot challenge, it needs to be completed. And, like, it absolutely needs to be completed. And I don't know what platform we're going to complete that on, but I definitely think it needs to happen. Maybe even happen as early as today. At some point, but just putting it out there that I feel that, like, if a bet were to happen, we got to make sure that the people, the Ranger Nation, the ones that tune in every single week, they got to get that payoff. They got to get the right payoff for them. So, you know, I think this Reaper Hot Challenge is going to continue possibly today. So stay tuned on social media because we'll let you know where that could happen. Now,
you're a terrorist. You're a terrorist. That's what you are.
He did get his question in. He says, did you know that Chance Perez will be doing the Dino Fury theme? Also, do you know who the mentor is for Dino Fury? We don't know who the Dino Fury mentor is, and I was not aware that he'd be doing the theme. So maybe that's a thing. If. No, I don't know. I don't think he's going to be doing the theme. The other part of that is from what I heard that the Night Dude is going to be called the Void Knight.
What?
That's
crazy.
That's going to be his name. The Void Knight, the one of the knights, a 6 Ranger or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I didn't watch Re Soldier. I get enough crap.
So going to the super chat that led us into that sandwich bite from Operation Spider. He says, since there's a movie talk, Mary Mauser, who plays Daniel LaRusso's daughter on Cobra Kai, liked an Instagram post being fan cast as the Pink Ranger. Would be cool if it happened for that. I think it would be cool. I think that group of that caliber of actors and actresses that would be the people to target for a show like this. Like me and Daniel, I think we've talked about this on the show. The people that they should be targeting is the young untapped potential that is the Netflix crew, the kids in Netflix, and you get them at a young age, you get them at a decent price, and you can have them for the longevity of the series of movies that they have. And I think Mary Mauser, I think she's a decent enough actress. I don't know. She's not the best actress on the show, but she's decent enough to maybe grow into that role for the movies. Hell, we got some movies out there with people that have no acting experience and they're still hitting it big. So, it's I can see it happening. I can see them pulling from that pool of people from Netflix and Hulu, all these shows these young adult shows that they have out right now. I think that's.
What about some of these more established young adult stars? I'm talking somebody more along the lines of like an Isabella Moner who played Dora the that has the acting chops. Do you think that they would be targeting an actress like that? She's a star on the rise.
I think she's beyond their scope now. She was in that, what is it? What's that movie? Part 2 of that movie. It was like the Colombian drug lord thing. Remember?
Yeah.
Sicario.
Sicario. She was also in the Transformers.
Yeah, Transformers, and she was also in Mark Wahlberg with that one Instant Family movie. I think she's beyond them from picking.
Now, would you say, because there was a big speculation because they got Haley Steinfeld, at least Bumblebee did right as she was on the rise. Now that she's going to be playing Kate Bishop, is Haley Steinfeld out of the question?
Yes, I think Haley Steinfeld is out of the question. She's already within the Transformer universe. I know that they're going to try to do another Bumblebee, and she's already in the MCU, so I think she's out of the question for that.
All right, we got 2 back-to-back super chats now, both with questions. One from David. We'll read that one right now. He says, like how the Omega Ranger came with a cycle, do you think Hasbro would do more cycles or even Red Power-Up line? We'll answer that in a second. And then JD Park Gaming Channel says, do you think Rick Medina Jr. could ever return to the franchise since he just got out of prison, or do you think he's done with the franchise? Both of those answers right after this bite.
This is the final bite.
All right. So thank you, everybody. It was great. I had some fun. I have to do it again. Jezzer, you clearly made this happen. So we're going to have words. But I'm going to finish this up. So thanks, guys. Still very hot. I mean, yes. It's not bad. Anyone want to finish up the last bite? No. Incidental sweat. Not that hot.
Oh man, Daniel, you are a trooper, man. You are a trooper.
I'm
I
a
know.
trooper, and I hate how no one wanted to at least help me at the end. There was a room of people. Well, not a room full of people. It was only 3 other people. But honestly, still with that being the case, I mean, I'm sitting there like, anyone wanna, and nope, nope. And everyone just, oh, you're a cheater. You're a cheater. I didn't mix up the order. I didn't mix it up. The guy did. And I didn't
Oh
know
my
what the
gosh.
level of hot was, so you can't blame me.
We got another super chat, and we'll talk to this about this one in a second. So let's go over these one by one. David asks, and this we're going to go to Jezer first. Like how Omega Rangers came with a cycle, do you think Hasbro will do more cycles or even a red power-up line? Go ahead, Jezer.
I think that there is a possibility, but it all stems from how well that Omega cycle did. I think that was an Amazon exclusive or something. So if it did really well, that will push for more of that type of box collection.
Daniel, JD Parks Gaming Channel says, do you think Rick Medina Jr. could ever return to the franchise since he just got out of prison, or do you think he's done with the franchise?
Honestly,
Or
I'm
the
thinking
franchise is done with him? Another question.
there you go. That's my answer. I think the franchise may be done with him. They're going to want to separate from that kind of like negative view concerning, well, you went to jail. And truth of the matter is, sometimes in Hollywood, it depends what you're doing as far as how severe your like, kind of like blackballing is. And for him, it's a kids' TV show. So the thing is, immediately, we don't want those negative connotations to mix with that. So I think the show is possibly done with him.
Now, Thomas DeCoste, he asks, in October, Joe, you had a tweet that the plot thickens regarding Power Rangers. Are you able to elaborate? Yes, I am. I'm not going to lie. It did take me a little bit to jog my memory about that tweet, but the timing-wise, I was able to figure it out. So back in that October, at the time, a few of us were talking about like Power Ranger news in general, and I think we had said, you know what, it was something along the lines of like, it was like a thank you tweet or something, but we were toying a lot with kind of the fan base there because we also knew who the cast was and we were talking about revealing it, but it hadn't come to fruition about how we were going to reveal it or when we were going to reveal it. So in essence, yes, we were kind of just saying, the plot, because somebody, and I believe it was Thea Games, was kind of like, how can you tease us with whatever tweet you wrote ahead of this?
Yeah.
That's all you had to say, and I just wrote the plot thickens, and that was a retweet or of a response to another tweet. But essentially, that's what it was. Illuminerdi, Larry Newbill, one of our social media managers, our community managers here at the Illuminerdi, he says, Illuminerdi family for life. Yes, Illuminerdi family for life to you too, Larry. But honestly, guys, we're going to wind down. I think that's about it. Tomorrow. Next week, we got another super chat. Here we go, another one.
Oh, geez.
Let's go. Let's do this one. Now, JD Gaming's channel, JD Parks Gaming channel says, do you think we will ever see a physical appearance by J.J. Oliver since they first introduced him in Soul of Dragon, and then we heard his voice in Dimensions in Game? Honestly, I do think we eventually will get an appearance. Look, it's one of those roles now that they've kind of written for the future that they can cast later down the line. And you can get them at different time periods. Like, I almost feel now that since we have this J.J. Oliver character, it's almost like our version of what's the dude's name in John Connor. It's a Power Ranger version of John Connor now that you can kind of toy with. Or any X-Men fans out there, Cable. It's a Power Ranger version of Cable that you can kind of play with it in different iterations of that. Now, we got another super chat, Craig Anderson, and this one's going to be for Jezer. Ryu Soldier isn't the greatest series in my opinion. It doesn't have a plot. It's really goofy, and there's no resolution. Oh, well, this is me. Joe, how is your spice level? My spice level is actually high. My spice level is actually pretty high. I can handle it. You know what? And I don't know if I really want to do it. I'm going to do this. If Daniel has to eat another one of these Reaper sandwiches, I will partake and eat with him the Reaper sandwich. I'm going to try. Stephanie just looked at me and went like this. A whole thing?
Oh man.
She knows how hot this Reaper sandwich is, and I don't
Look,
think. Daniel, I don't think.
well, Joe,
I mean, I
maybe
don't
I
think
can
I
offer
think either.
something. Maybe I can offer something because hey, I just had a hot sandwich, and now it's like, hey, let's have it. Could we just cut it in half? And
Yeah, that's a good idea. How about that? Stephanie said no. Stephanie said no.
We're gifting him for
oh no, Stephanie just wants a 69. That's all that Stephanie wants.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, for those super chats, we do have one final video towards the end of the show. So thank you guys so much for all that. Your questions are amazing.
Yeah, and we plan on doing a lot more of these, not just on our channel, but all the other channels that are on this network. Later on today, just to give a few of our crew members a little shout out. Later on today, Retro Ranger Wrap Up is back. They're starting Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Join Corey, Elle, and Josh at 1:45, I believe. Then after that, later today, Josh and I are taking a look back at Star Trek Enterprise. We're on episode 12, so join us over for that. And then tomorrow, our wrestling show is going to be live with Jay, Nate, and Pumps, going over all the latest in pro wrestling. And even they said, yay, Stephanie, DDT Cosplay said, for making us eat the whole sandwich, I guess. So we might be doing that later today. Who knows? But join us. Follow us on all social media. Jezzer was going to wrap us. We're going to wrap us out and then play the video. What are you going to do, Jezzer?
So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the Illuminerdi. If you guys have friends that love the same stuff that you guys love, make sure you send them our way so they could be part of the Illuminerdi crew. You guys, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Joe Illuminerdi on all social media. And also, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture right here at the Illuminerdi.
Daniel?
Hey, that's very true. Don't forget about it. I love that. Well, for me, you can find me, Battlestar Galactica on Instagram, and also you can find me Illuminated BSG on Twitter. And remember, you can always stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture. I know you don't believe it, but check the numbers, baby.
All right, you guys can find me on all social media at Jezzeus. Enjoy the last video. Daniel, you're a trooper, and you're a man of your word, and we should all give you props for that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.